Hi lovelies, my name is Nelly. Welcome to my channel. My channel is called Nelly White Lion because I am married to White Lion himself. Well, if this is your first time tuning to this channel, why don't you become a member of my family, support my channel, subscribe, turn off the notification bell. Like you can see today, I have all these things surrounding me with the topic. Of course, you know what I want to talk about. And you can see I'm overfed. Well, today I'm just going to talk about what to make you get pregnant faster with PCOS and without PCOS, or even with high prolactin or abnormal hormonal imbalance. So first of all, what I'm going to say is being diagnosed with PCOS, being diagnosed with whatever sickness, whatever diagnosis they've given to you does not mean that's the end of the world. God is the giver of children. So you still pray to God in as well as helping yourself with what God has mandates men and science, to help women, because women we have a lot of health issues compared to guys. I'm going to talk about the men too, but maybe after I put this baby down. So first of all, before I say this, you need to track your period. Um, like I said, getting PCOS doesn't mean that you're not going to have baby. I have PCOS. So far, what I've been taking has been helping me. So I'm here to share what I have been taking and what has helped me conceive this pregnancy, and even for my daughter, because this is the second time I tried this stuff, you know, except of one thing. I will tell you the one thing I added this last pregnancy that actually helped, and my husband was very, very supportive. So first of all, vitamin C is very important. You want to make sure you have vitamin C in your system. Vitamin D too is good. Do not take excess of it, because vitamin D you can overdose yourself. While vitamin C, drink water, you pee it out. And if you have PCOS, I would suggest you take this. I take this on a daily basis. I think I take, is it 2 tablets? And look for better vitamins to take. For me, I am taking Juice Plus. This was introduced to me by my girlfriend. Her name is Mary. Because people with PCOS, you can see that our body lack a lot of stuff. And when you take good vitamins, like I said, if you check my video, you see I said this gives me all the berry I need to take. This gives me all the vegetables I need to take in one capsule. And this gives me all the fruit I need to take on the daily basis. So you don't have to take these ones, but you can as well get a very good vitamin, once a day vitamin from the pharmacy, any drugstore. And another thing I want you to do, since you're watching this video, it means you want to get pregnant. You want to take your prenatal. They always recommend taking the prenatal at least 3 months before you conceive, because they want you to have the folic acid, folate in your system, because it helps mother and baby, but it helps the baby, not to have the spinal bifida. So when you start taking this vitamin, you will see it helps your body. Now, to conceive, the things I did that helped me, first of all, my husband is very potent. Let me just say this very well now. He's very potent. Nothing happened. My husband is fine, healthy, and everything. But stress is not a sickness. It's just a condition that you manage, and with diet, you can be able to change it. For me, I've been using vitamins to manage myself. So now let's get into business. PCOS, high prolactin, abnormal hormonal imbalance, whatever diagnosis they've given to you, or with no diagnosis, or you've had a baby before and you're trying to have a second baby and it has been difficult. They call that secondary infertility. Let me tell you, first of all, make sure you're taking or eating a very good diet. Make sure you're exercising. Try to lose weight. But unfortunately, people with PCOS, we tend not to lose weight easily. So for me, my isotope is helping a lot. That's why my face is not full with beers. This medication controls the hairs. But if you see, I still have those bumps because I keep picking on isotope. Yeah, look for this. This is very good. I don't know if my viewers from Nigerians can find this, but trust me, this is the missing. Do your research. I'm not a medical doctor, but do your research. Make sure you're buying the original one. Let's come to the other one. Apart from this, let's come to this. Now, I recommend you checking your temperature. First of all, with people with PCOS, your period are not regular, so you don't even know when you're going to ovulate. Like me, the highest I go is 90 days. Yeah, you know, but I'm fine. Who want to see that period anyway when I'm not trying to conceive? I just let it be, you know. But since I started taking this, if I want my period to be regular, I go with this, or I use Vectex, Vitex, Vectex. So man, I've been managing PCOS since 2009 or so. So it's so hard for you to, you know, track the period when you have all this hormonal imbalance going here and there. So that is why I recommend, you know, this. I don't know if you guys can see this. Yeah, it's called Clear and Blue Monitor Test Stick. Like I said, how it works, you put the day you have your period, you turn it on, it will show you for you to put the day you have the period, it will start reading, then it will tell you the day your period ended, you put it in there, then it will now give you a beep after certain days, you know, to start testing for your for tracking your ovulation. And how you do that is, I think I have this. You open it up and you dip it in your morning urine. Sometimes it will just tell you to put a time that you remember, and you put the stick right in here. Yeah, the clip, and you get that clip, you put it in. I don't know how much I got this, if I got it for $100 and something. I can't remember how much I got it, but I use this for Sophie, my daughter, tracking, and I use it for this current pregnancy too. You see, I just had to buy the stick. You have this, and you just change the battery. Did I mention you use this? You have to track your basal temperature. Actually, this never worked for me. I'm not gonna lie. I think they said the one that is more accurate is the oral one, the one you put under your tongue. You check it before you get up in the morning. I have a hard time doing that, guys. But if it worked for you, you just check it. I think you say you see a dip in temperature, and that means you're about to ovulate and the rest. You know, so you track that. Like I said, you take your prenatals. I don't know if I made mention of that. You take your prenatals. I took this one. It's called Conception, and it has Cyto and Vectex. I talked about Vectex here. Vectex helped me to regulate my period, like make me see my period. Like if I don't want these pills, like you go to the clinic, they tell you for them to regulate your period. I'm not revolting against medical medicine practice. Why would I want to use the pills when I want to get pregnant? You know, when I went to see my fertility doctor, I went to her and she was like, "Oh, we're gonna give you this." First of all, yes, I took Provera. I told her I want the period to come out, but I don't want to be on the pills. Who know if I will ovulate on my own? I mean, ovulate. This can help you to ovulate, yeah. And when it helps you to ovulate, you want to track. I use this too. Why I like this clear blue is because it tells you something. This blank face tells you we've not detected anything in your system. The smiling face, smiling face tells you we've detected estrogen in your system. And the peak tells you we've detected LH. LH is that last hormone you see before you release the egg. So when you see that peak, it means go do the deal with your beloved, you know. This one is this. The straight just tells you 2-line. I really don't like it, but I used it as well. I think in my, I'll show you what I mean. I will show you the clear blue, this, and one other one. I track with 3 different stuff because sometimes some will tell you you're not at your peak. Some will not be. Like when I got my peak on this wasn't even 2 dark line. I would have missed my peak if I did not use clear blue. This was a little bit faint, but then clear blue was telling me I'm at my peak. I just listened to clear blue. You know what I mean? You will see what I'm talking about. Sometimes this might be misleading. And after 24 hours, that was when this became 2 dark line. So if I had not used clear blue, I would have missed my peak. I mean, you can still use this one, but this might be deceiving, might be misleading, you know. So I also have this one, the Walmart brand. You see, I use different ones. Like, no, this is the Dollar Tree brand. I use different ones to just check. And funny enough, this one and the clear blue, the dollar tree, were telling me peak. Why this other one was not telling me peak? Another thing you want to check again is your cervical mucus. Let me say CM. Cervical mucus, that is the vaginal discharge that comes from you. It's not the infection type. Not the infection type. So in the morning, you wash your hand, you know, before you go to pee, you dip your hand in your vagina and you bring it out. You see a mucus that look like pap. You put it in your finger, your thumb, and your index finger, and you stretch it. If it doesn't stretch after your period, you will see a healthy one like that. It doesn't stretch, meaning nothing is going on. But as time goes on, when you get towards your ovulation period, you will see that that mucus fluid become clear. Then after a while, you will see it become stretchy, like egg consistency. When you put it in your hand, you stretch it. Our body tells us something. Even you get the middle, what do they call that? Ovulation pain. If you listen to your body very well, you get that. For my son, I actually listened to my body for my son, because how was I conceived my son? I waited to get that pain. I was like listening to my inner body. When I got the pain, I know ovulation has taken place. I did the deal. That was how I conceived, my son. And the way is checking your cervix. Your cervix now, when you wash your hand, you dip your finger into your VJJ. You will touch something that is round. When you get towards your ovulation time, that thing drops down. The cervix drops down. And when it drops down, when you touch it, it feels soft like the lips. You will feel it open when you put your hand to check. It means that the body is ready to receive the sperm to give to the incoming egg. So when you see that, you can go try. It means you've approached ovulation. Another thing is this, who know what this is called? Menstruation cup or a soft cup. Now as I'm talking, go to your phone or your computer, your iPad, whatever, type soft cup to help me get pregnant, and menstruation cup to help me get pregnant. If you've been taking vitamins, you've been tracking your period, ovulating, and you know you are ovulating, you're getting your peak. When I say your peak, you got your peak and you're not getting pregnant, don't you think you need the soft cup or menstruation cup? What this does is they tend to use this for menstruation, because when you use for menstruation, it helps you with stains. You don't get stains on your panties and your underwears, so that's what they use this. But you will see a lot of review how this has helped people to get pregnant. You're ovulating, you and your spouse are making love, and you feel everything is right. You're not getting pregnant, my dear. You want to add this. Yeah, my husband is very supportive. When you meet your spouse, it's always good to tell your spouse what you're going through, so they will be supportive. So how this help is, you use pre-seed. You put pre-seed. That's why I say you need to tell your spouse what you're going through, what is happening. Because if your TTC journey, your spouse is not supportive, there's no way it's going to work. It takes two to tango, especially this. Tell me now you have a spouse that is not supportive, and you tell them you people are making love, and you tell your spouse to do the withdrawal method and put your sperm in here. Won't that spouse look at you and say, what is going on, guy? Is it my sperm you want to go use for whatever you want to use? But if your spouse know what is going on with you, whatever you tell him to do, like, this is going to help me. So like I said, this helps you to get pregnant too. What you do, you buy lubricant. You can get any kind of lubricant, but please buy the one that looks similar to is it the sperm? Put it inside of this. This is very flexible. Squeeze it anyhow you want to squeeze it. You can squeeze it anyhow, effortlessly, you see. And with the pre-seed lubricant, you can insert it after your spouse ejaculate in here, and insert it into your vagina, and this goes straight. In another video, I will give a detailed explanation how you can use this successfully. Yes, it works. Check the review. It actually works. And please, if you try this method I'm talking about and it gets successful, please come back and let me and let me know, because I've gotten some messages in my inbox whereby people asking me stuff about PCOS and the rest. You know, sometimes it's ignorance. I don't know if you've watched my video about how I was diagnosed with PCOS. Like I said, this help, and please let your husband be in support of you. You guys are together in the journey. The baby does not belongs to you alone. The baby belongs to two of you. So if you get pregnant, it's his strength and his joy. The praises goes to the man, but they don't know the efforts the woman puts in conceiving. Like I this vitamin help. Like I said, I swear, I can swear on this. I take this, and it has helped my symptoms, my PCOS symptoms, and it has helped, you know, my follicles, my ovary, you know, to get the baby. So yeah, this can also help too. And if you're trying all this method are not working for you, my dear, you need to change that style you and your spouse are doing. Maybe you need to hang the legs off. Oh, no, this is not a laughing issue. Yeah, but you need to change the style. You probably you need to do something else. You know, add some juicy style to your you know, sexual life. You love making life with your spouse. But anyway, I hope this was able to explain to you like how you can get, you know, pregnant fast. Let me recap this. First of all, you make sure you get good vitamins. You don't have to take Juice Plus. I advise you, if you're tracking, don't track with just one. Use 2 different brands, because some have their own level of sensitivity. Use 2 different brands. This is from Dollar Store, this is from Amazon, and this is Clear Blue. I think I track with 3 different stuff. Yeah, and trust me, they don't tell me the same thing. You know, the other month I actually tracked for 2 months before I finally got pregnant. Even when I went to see the doctor, and she was like, she was supposed to give me fertility medication, and I took this into my hand because I know it has worked for me before, and I tried it. You know, yeah, you're pregnant. I said, I know. You know, so maybe in my next video, I will talk about you know, the waiting period, how you know you without getting tested, how you know conception have taken place, how you know you've implanted. I will talk about it. And do not forget to change your style. If you've been tracking and you're not seeing any effective result, do not forget to change your style and add Menstruation Cup. My girlfriend, 2 days ago or yesterday, I talked to her about this Menstruation Cup and Soft Cup. She looked it up and she said, wow, you're right. I didn't even know that. You know yourself, if you watch my video comments. You know yourself, she's here in Minnesota. I'll do a video on this Soft Cup, how you can effectively use it and how many hours you can leave it in your body. Like I said, when you put the pre-seed, any lubricant that is good inside, you tell your spouse to do the withdrawal method, they ejaculate inside of this. All you gotta do is, with your clean hands, you tip your leg up, you bend this into 2, and you insert it in your body. This will just go straight because of the lubricant, and you know your ovulation is at hand. So that place is slippery. It will just slip and go to the cervix and suction it. You know what I mean by suction? This will just go to the cervix. Like I said, when you are approaching ovulation, your cervix is down and it's open. So when this goes in, it will just go straight. It knows where it needs to go. Go straight there and stay there. I open this up for what's it called, for this video. Hope somebody learned from this. I hope people try this. If you're in Nigeria, you can get this from Juma. And what's the other name of the other store? Congo, whatever that store name is. You know, you can get it. And I believe some good supermarkets will carry it. And if you're in a European country, you're suffering from hormonal issues, and you know you're tracking, you're seeing your peak, you're in Canada, you're in Australia, you just check on Amazon. It's very cheap. I think this is about $7. But the soft cup brown is more expensive. It's about $20 or $15. I can't remember. But anyway, yeah, this is very helpful. So you can add it. I hope this video was able to teach you 1 or 2 things, and you learn 1 or 2 things, and you try my, you know, tips and be successful. Come back and tell me, do not forget something. One important thing I want to say, please, guys, support your wife that is going through this TTC journey. It's not easy. It's very, very draining emotionally. I'm not going to lie to you. But anyway, these are the experience. Like I said, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm just a registered nurse based here in the United States, and have background, worked with Planned Parenthood for a couple of years back. And, you know, these are the things I did, you know, to help me get pregnant. Not with all my babies, but I think with my daughter and this, I took some of these vitamins I listed here. And currently I'm pregnant with the third baby. You can see my bump, I'm overfed. So but anyway, this brings us to the last discussion. No, this is not the last discussion. Anyway, this brings me to the end of this video. If you know you like what you hear today, you enjoy this video, please leave a comment, join my family, come back and watch my video. Please share this video to your family, your sister, your aunt, your cousin, who might be going through one or two hormonal imbalance issue. They need to get tested the right way, be diagnosed. Share this video to your enemy. You don't know if tomorrow you're going to be their savior. Send it to them and pretend you didn't send anything to them, and let them be happy and let God bless you. You don't know how God is going to bless you. But anyway, share this video out so other people can learn from this. Thank you very much. If this is your first time seeing my face, you know the drilling. Please subscribe. Subscribing is not by money. It's free. Support my ministry, guys. But anyway, thank you very much. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.